Right now, 90% of your brain is making decisions for you and you can't even access it. That embarrassing thing you said last week? That fear you can't explain? Your unconscious mind is pulling the strings. And what Freud discovered about it will blow your mind. Here's what most people miss: that thing you think is just who you are? Your anxiety, your self-sabotage, those weird habits you can't break? Freud says they're all coming from memories and urges buried so deep, you don't even know they exist. And I'm about to show you exactly how this invisible force is running your life. Sigmund Freud, 1890s neurologist, made a discovery that flips psychology upside down. Once you understand it, you'll never see your own behavior the same way. Let's get into it. What is the unconscious mind? Alright, picture an iceberg. The tiny tip above water? That's your conscious mind, maybe 10% of your thoughts. Everything you're aware of right now. But that massive frozen mountain lurking below the surface? That's your unconscious. It's 90% of your mind, and you can't see it, you can't touch it, but it's steering the whole damn ship. The unconscious is where your brain stores everything you're not actively thinking about: buried memories, hidden desires, forgotten experiences. But here's the kicker: just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not working. Let's say you have this irrational fear of dogs. You have no idea why, but every time you see one, instant panic. According to Freud, that fear might be rooted in an unconscious memory. Maybe you were bitten as a toddler. You don't consciously remember it, but your unconscious does. And it's protecting you by triggering fear every single time. That's the power of the unconscious. It's making decisions for you based on information you can't even access. The levels of your mind. Freud broke the mind into 3 levels, but honestly, we only need to focus on 2 that matter. Types. Type 1, the conscious mind. This is everything you're aware of right now. Your current thoughts, what you're feeling, what you're noticing around you. If I ask what you had for breakfast, that's conscious. Type 2, the unconscious mind, and here's the big one. This is the vault. Traumatic memories you've blocked out. Primal desires society says you can't have. Impulses that would get you in trouble if you acted on them. Your unconscious locks all of this away to protect you. But here's where it gets dark: even though it's locked away, it's still influencing you. Imagine you keep sabotaging every relationship right when things are going well. You're not doing it on purpose. But deep in your unconscious, there's a memory. Maybe you were abandoned as a kid, maybe a parent left and your brain is screaming, nope, we're not getting hurt again. Burn it down before they leave us first. That's your unconscious protecting you, by destroying what you actually want. Wild, right? What's hiding down there? So what exactly is your unconscious hiding? Freud said there are a few key things, and some of them are pretty dark. Types. Type 1, repressed memories. These are experiences your brain decided you couldn't handle. Trauma. Humiliation. Pain. Your mind buried them to keep you functional. But they're still down there, influencing how you react to things. Type 2, primitive desires, and here's where Freud got controversial. He said your unconscious is also hiding your darkest impulses. Aggression. Sexual urges society says you can't have. Thoughts you'd never admit out loud. Freud called this the ID, the part of you that wants instant gratification for everything. Society can't function if everyone acts on every impulse, right? So your unconscious keeps them locked up. But they're still there, leaking out in subtle ways you don't notice. How does the unconscious reveal itself? Okay, so if the unconscious is hidden, how do we know it's even real? Freud had some fascinating answers, and once you hear these, you'll start seeing it everywhere. Dreams. Freud called dreams the royal road to the unconscious. He believed your dreams are your unconscious mind trying to talk to you through symbols. That weird dream where you're being chased? Your unconscious might be telling you you're avoiding something in real life. Freudian slips. Ever said something you absolutely did not mean to say? Like calling your new partner by your ex's name? Freud said that's not a mistake, that's your unconscious slipping out. The truth you were trying to hide just forced its way to the surface. Awkward, but revealing. Unexplained behaviors. Why do you bite your nails when you're stressed? Why do you avoid certain people or places for no logical reason? Often, these behaviors are driven by unconscious fears or desires you're completely unaware of. And here's a wild one: people who laugh at funerals. Sounds inappropriate, right? But Freud would say their unconscious can't handle the overwhelming pain, so it converts it into laughter as a defense mechanism. Your unconscious is literally hacking your emotions to protect you from breaking down. All right, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had a Freudian slip that revealed what you were really thinking? Or a recurring dream you just can't figure out? Drop it in the comments. I read all of them, and honestly, some of your stories are wilder than anything in psychology textbooks. Look, understanding your unconscious mind is like finding a secret door inside yourself. For so long, you might have wondered why you react certain ways, why certain things trigger you, why you keep repeating the same patterns. Now you know there's a whole hidden world down there pulling the strings. But here's the empowering part: awareness is the first step to freedom. Once you know your unconscious is influencing you, you can start to question it. You can dig into those buried emotions, confront those hidden fears, and take back control. So next time you do something you can't explain, next time you feel something you don't understand, ask yourself, is this really me making this choice? Or is it something buried so deep I forgot it was even there? Your unconscious is always talking. The question is, are you finally ready to listen? If this video messed with your head in the best way, hit that like button. And if you want more deep dives into what makes you tick, subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.